The two things to consider when deciding whether or not you want to do a revocable trust. There's a number of reasons why you might want to avoid the probate process. Wills go through probate, revocable trusts skip probate, and which tool is right for you. My name is Philip Bruce. I'm an estate planning attorney in Minnesota, and the two things I really want to focus on when we're talking about a revocable trust. No one needs a revocable trust. I'm asked pretty regularly, do I need a revocable trust? No one needs a revocable trust. What are your feelings on your stuff avoiding the court process for your family? If you don't care, then you don't need a revocable trust. If you do care, then it's a tool to consider at least. And here's two things to bear in mind. The first one is, do you have real estate? Real estate always goes through probate if we don't do some planning. There's an alternative to a revocable trust called a transfer on death deed. We only do transfer on death deeds in my office if we're leaving the house to one person. So what I mean by this is, I say I own my house. When I die, it's owned jointly with my wife, so she gets it. That's good. Joint things don't need the court. It just goes to the joint owner. And if she's gone, where does it go next? If we have one adult child or one sibling or someone who would get this property, this transfer on death deed, which is filed with the county, allows it to go to that person. Houses are illiquid. Houses have expenses. We don't want to give this to multiple people, and it's our opinion that we only do this when there's one child or one person we're giving it to. There's multiple people. That's when we want to start talking about another plan. So number one, is there real estate? Real estate always goes through probate unless we do some planning. If there is, do you care about probate? If you don't worry about it. If you do, let's talk about a revocable trust or a transfer on death deed. Number two, as I mentioned, how many people are supposed to get the property? If it's more than one, the transfer on death deed is very likely not appropriate. Sometimes we can do it when there's two kids, but it's always a problem. Always remember, in Minnesota, when someone sells a house, they and their spouse have to sign off on that sales paperwork. So if we give our house outright, using a transfer on death deed, for example, to one person, when they sell it, they and their spouse, if they're married, or their future spouse, who you don't even know yet maybe, will have to sign off on the paperwork. If you give it to two kids, now you've got two spouses, and now you've got four signatures, and the likelihood of one person having poor follow-up and delaying the whole thing is very high. So if you have more than one person, that's when I would start talking about maybe another alternative to avoiding probate. So number one, real estate. Number two, how many people are getting the property? My name is Philip Bruce, estate planning attorney here in Minnesota. Any questions, please shoot me an email.